Hello, everybody. Just a fair warning, this video is going to make me sound like a madman. It's an absolute crazy person that, is thinking about everything too much and doesn't know what it's talking about. It's the whiteboard guy meme, pretty much, the guy going crazy explaining stuff, but it's how to handle a situation with your options, right? This is the advanced stuff, right? I don't do combos, so if you're looking for like, oh, how do I do 40 hits in the air? That's one, it's extremely easy, just keep switching weapons, unless you're Ryu, I guess. But the main thing is that your tools are very important. The enemies you fight are very important. Which one do you have to take out first, and such and such and such. In this case, I choose this mission because it spawns a lot of annoying enemies. Most of them got knocked back. Hey, this guy's still alive? Because he's the most troublesome enemy. Make sure he's dead first. What will be the next enemy that's annoying? Flying enemies? The tanky ones, or the ones that have projectiles? The dogs, because they have stuff like that. And you make sure you just take him out first, right? Always take out the dogs first. And that's the first wave. Now, as you saw immediately, there's already one annoying enemy in the way, right? What resources do you have to take care of enemies fast? You have the berserk, right? You want to make sure you hit this guy? I bet. Lock on. Up heavy. And you just let this autopilot every kill for you. And then the room is clear. And you still have some to spare. Build it back up a little bit. Because you don't regenerate whatchamacallit, your gleam, right? So you have to make sure you get some left, clear the room as much as possible. And because you have a lot of essences, you just do a Izuna drop, go into an insta charge, get rid of everybody in the room that you can. Multiple enemies surrounding you, do the 3-string. Do something that hits wide so you can actually deal with everybody on the room. Or the ones that are surrounding me. Nimpo. Deal with this, because, oh, my nipple run up. D-Lamp, get rid of it. Build up that gauge. You have essence, use it. You see, every tool is getting utilized here. Now again, Berserk is back. There's a lot of annoying enemies. Boom. Boom. Messed that one up a little bit. Oh, bastard dodged. Bastards dodge. But it happens. But then you just put yourself in a good situation and just clear out the room like that. You're D-limbed. Stop it. Oh, I was a little late. Feels bad. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, I forgot he cheats. He doesn't care about backlashes, so you gotta recognize that, right? You gotta recognize that some enemies just are assholes. Like that. Oh damn, I really wanted to finish him off with that. I did not know he has a follow-up on that, and I've done this fight like 50 times. But yeah, pretty much tools, use tools, get rid of the room. Now, that probably was a little too fast, right, for people trying to learn the game. So I'll do it again, and I'll slow it down. I'll pause, I'll prioritize camera mode, so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to this. As I said, I'm going to sound like a madman, and I'm going to need a little bit of patience on you guys' end on how to deal with this. Unfortunately, all my save data got wiped from doing the the hell version of all this, and I don't feel like doing it again. I might do it when there's a new weapon, but yeah, I'm not gonna redo these. I have the videos on my channel, so if you want to go watch that, go for it. But yeah, the important thing with doing stuff like this is literally just who needs to go first, who's the most annoying person in the room, and how can I take care of him very fast, right? So, and it's gonna be really harder to like demonstrate this as I'm playing, obviously, and talking about it, but first thing here is that, okay, a whole bunch of strong enemies spawn. Let me lock onto the most annoying one. Make some distance. Nimpo, everybody's lined up, everybody gets hit. Right? Everybody's lined up again. Nimpo, everybody gets hit. He's dead. That was not supposed to happen. Lock on Dane, you know, the best it can be to mess up everything as always. So that was as easy as that. The dogs tend to go first, obviously. So now this room, what's annoying here? Immediately, right? Immediately, Big Boy spawns. Big Boy's really annoying. You can't stagger him, you can't combo him, you can't launch him. You just have to wait there, either beat on him till he's dead, or you just gotta witness him force his way in your screen. You have to deal with him. But you have all these other guys you can utilize. You can launch these guys, meaning like, okay, I don't want to deal with this guy right now, so I'm gonna just deal with this guy, kill him. That's one dead. Or not. What a god. You kill one. Right? And then like, okay, I have Nimpo. Use that resource. The dog is an asshole. The lock-on one could be even worse. Lock onto the big guy. Hit that. And now you have more resources. You have the berserk meter, right? And also, we should have essence on the floor because we just got some kills. So you do a Zuna drop, and then you do an instant UT charge. Enemies can be launched, just launch them. Easy kill. And as you land, which this technique is really useful, when you launch, okay, camera being fucking fantastic as always. The shark here are something you have to deal with. You cannot do anything about the shark, sadly. There's no way to deal with them for the most part unless you're Yakumo. Like, Ryu just has to, like, raw it here. With Yakumo, you switch to the Saf, and, like, it feels like they don't exist at all. But for the most part, you see Essence. Like in this case, when Essence is down, you use Wind Path. Wind Path has the shortest descension time. So when you do this, immediately hold triangle, and bam, you just go for an instant UT charge. Right? And the same thing with Izuna. If there's essence, launch someone, do the Izuna drop. It cut off my thing, but... But yeah, when there's essence, there's no humanoid. Ah! Yeah, explaining and talking is hard. That's why I like doing these things live, so you guys will see the unadulterated version of these videos. So, enemy's gonna die here. Maybe if this guy gets out of my face. Maybe. Alright. That's essence, right? So just make this stance. Enemy dead here. And now you have the charge, right? Boom. Everything is gonna die. Look at all this essence that you're probably not even gonna get to use. So I'm just gonna wait for 3 matches to pop up, and we're just gonna do some free damage to him. He just dropped into that. You know, use your resource as best as possible. Iframe through the blast with the Phoenix, and just beat him until he dies. Wait for him to come out of iframes. He's dead. Can't do anything about this. He just has to eat it. You see, when utilized perfectly with all your resources, he didn't even get to touch me. He barely did even like do 3 moves. But that's the secret of being advanced, quote unquote. Again, people will have different definitions of this. It is almost impossible to replicate this in a situation that's going to suit you because every variable has to be different. So, to take it even slower for people to understand, right? I'll go to the training mode because I feel like if I explain things there, it's a little bit easier to digest. Because till now, you're probably just looking at it and be like, I'm not learning shit. This guy sucks at explaining. And yeah, you'll be right. I do suck at explaining. So, get this character off my screen. We only talk about Ryu up in this thing. I'm kidding. It's just, you know, easier. I don't want to go through like Yakumo's weapons because that's going to make the whip, everything 10 times longer because he has like 5 weapons, right? We already talked about this type of stuff, right? So, this is an enemy you can launch, you can combo, you can D-land, you can do all sorts of things to it, right? So this guy, not an issue, right? When you change the enemy, you go to somebody else, enemy type. You go normal, range, normal, they're all normal, none of them pose a threat. And then, oh boom, big guy. I can't launch this guy. How do I deal with him? Perfect dodge. Right? And if you feel ballsy enough, try to parry it. Because if you do parry it, it just dies. But yeah, with tanky enemies that have a lot of health, what you don't want to do is just mash on them. Because if you do, you're going to get hit. You're going to die. You're going to lose your flow. And everything's going to go very badly from there. So, what resources do you have? You have, with Ryu, you have Nimpo. With Yakumo, you have a lot of long range attacks. Use it. Get rid of him. Get rid of the one that's going to mess you up the most. And now he's dealing. Now he's no longer a threat. If you feel like it, you can completely just ignore him from this point on. But better to take him out. Now the training mode does have one fatal flaw, is that I can't have multiple enemies in here, and I hope they eventually change that. But yeah, let's go to flying enemies. I think the fan guys are. I'll just go with the Great Tengus. They do everything. Flying enemies. If he flies, I don't think he doesn't feel like flying. But again, they do fly. They're big. They hit hard. They have all these moves. But at the end of the day, guess what? You can still launch these guys. It's like they're not really all that scary. And if they do that, if you are mashing into them, it's fine because you're gonna have enough time to move out. So let's say if he decides to block me eventually, hopefully, I'm just gonna keep attacking until he blocks. I guess he didn't want to block, but with most enemies, if you mash into them and they just deflect you, which none of them seem to want to do now. I guess I gotta put them to block right now. Fine. Always block. So, look at this. You can get out of it. You can obviously immediately get out of it. You can also just iframe him with an attack. You say you don't want to back up, you don't want to lose your footing, that's fine. Just retaliate with something. It's absolutely fine. Or react. Because if you react, this is why this mechanic is there. And people really like go one-dimensional with it, but like you can, of course, just react to the block and just destroy it. Because after you do that, you get some openings when they're not set to always block, obviously. Right? So you can utilize all these options. And then, like, he didn't fly, so I guess that sucks for him, but the dogs. The fucking dogs. Let's take you guys through this one. They have everything you can imagine. They have dash attacks, they have grab attacks, they track you down, they have range attacks, they have everything. They have tracking attacks, they have AoE attacks, they dodge. Thankfully they don't block. What's the most annoying thing with dogs? They're fast. So no matter where you are, they can catch up to you really fast. So what's the best way to take care of dogs? You can deflect those, but it's not worth it. I'm not going to suggest that one. Perfect dodge in them. Because Because if you do, that's practically insta-kill. I would not say, like, try to time a parry on them because they're very unpredictable. That's the whole design philosophy with the yokais and the demons. Just like, yeah, they kind of wanted them to be really hard to predict. So it's much harder to parry them. I know I just did parry it, but trust me on this. Better to dodge than to parry, because if you dodge, you're safe regardless, right? Like, watch. Hopefully it does this, like, unblockable attack again so I can showcase it. Please. Like, look at this. I didn't perfect dodge, but I'm still fine, right? Everything's fine. But if I would have gone for a perfect parry and I messed it up, I would have taken that hit. Sure, the payoff is more if you do get the parry off, but the risk is also more. So, and you see, like, I couldn't parry it there, and I ate both fireballs. So with dogs, dodge them. You dodge them, you perfect dodge them, they're done. And you can launch them still. Despite them being, you know, not humanoid, you can still launch them. And they're very glass cannon because they have everything. So the weakness that they have is that, okay, they can block and they're glass cannon. See, and like, it just dies. You cannot Izuna drop him, but that shouldn't stop you. See, that's how you take care of dogs. Again, in the heat of the moment, and there's multiple enemies. Much difference, but I will take you through all of the enemy types and how you can deal with them the best. Everybody hates these guys. You know why? Because you never know when to stop attacking them. And you do extra one, you get hit, right? You launch them, you do that, whole different thing, right? Whole different situation now. You gotta see how many hits it takes to kill them. That's 4, 5, 6, right? Of normal attacks. In a string, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. And you still get hit, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. You can gleam cancel to get out of it faster. Gleam cancel being you hold the gleam right before the dash, right? And it just cancels it. It's a little bit harder to do. And you can just hold it too. You can just hold gleam and like your dash is dash is like way faster. If you don't hold gleam, see, and the one thing with gleam is Ryu gets a little extension. If you're sliding, he gets a little extension. It's kind of funny. But you can gleam cancel a lot of animations. You see, like if I want to like normally block cancel, like takes that long. That's how fast I can swing. Gleam cancel, he's dead. If you miss input, that happens. Right? See, and like one more, he's dead. You're out of there, right? But the best way to take care of these guys, 1, 2, out of here. Fuck. Okay, that's not supposed to happen. Give me a second. You're not even in the vicinity of getting hit now. 2, 3, shuriken, out of there. 1, 2, 3. Don't even hit it. That's a little bit riskier because you got to dash, you know, downwards. You don't want to. You never want to land straight on the floor on Ninja Gaiden. So that one is risky. Like I wish it would have worked, but it sadly doesn't. It sadly doesn't. I have a little stick drift and ignore that. Don't slam him because also, you know, if you like back up into it, you know, you can get hit. But yeah, with these guys, either do this 1, 2, 3, dash out, or just launch them. 1, 2, shuriken, out of there. They're done. Not even a factor. You don't have to worry about the explosion or them at all. Or if you want to waste resources for some reason, you can always do that too, but never do that. Please never do that. And you can delimb them, so like you can use wind. Oh my god, wind. Oh my god, what was it called? I forgot the name of the ninjutsu. Or the ninpo, not the ninjutsu. Oh my god. Ah, whatever. It'll come back to me. Hold up, I gotta dodge this. There we go. So, next enemy. I know this guy was a little bit annoying, so I had to spend a little extra time on him. Next enemy that's annoying to take care of is these guys because they're so tanky. They're just so freaking tanky, and they can block midair. I'm actually going to use the stronger version of them, so, you know, they're even tankier. There you go. These guys, they just never stop eating. Alright, and she's still alive. He just doesn't die. And now you finally get the D-Limb. He's dead. Again, the good thing is, sure, they're tanky, but you can, like, absolutely combo his ass. And they're dead, right? You can brute force these guys, but you know what the best way is to kill them? That's the best way to kill them. Keep in mind, these videos are not unedited. I literally press record on my PlayStation, and I'm doing all this live. So there's no, like, I'm, like, not taking this over and over again to, like, flex. Like, no, this is first take. Everything is first take. Right? Parry always works. They have, because they're heavy, they're big, they're tanky, their moves are really slow. Very slow that it missed my timing. Dead, right? You can keep taking him in the air. Nothing wrong with that. Just easy to drop him, whatever. Back in the air. Till he's dead, till you hear that pop of their head. And if you don't want to deal with the guard okay, well, I did not mean to do that one. That is a pretty efficient way to take him. But if you don't want to deal with the guard bullshit, you can always do this. Just launch them with this. And then, bam, they're dead. Now, I'm curious to see if this actually one-shots them, but we'll see. I don't think it does. Yeah, it doesn't. D-Limb down on the floor, get rid of him. But yeah, you can absolutely just keep taking these guys in the air. Do not shy away from taking them in the air. And if they dodge you, if they ever get into the habit of dodging you a lot or just blocking, let me see if I can get them to, like, dodge and block. Do a jump, gleam heavy, you automatically track them, whatever they are. And look at that, already D-Limbed, dead. What other enemies that are really annoying? And, like, I know, I'm not going to say just parry everything, because you can absolutely parry everything in this game, and that's it, they die. With the Kettles, both of them, I know everybody hates these guys. They don't like him. I think they're great enemies because they're supposed to be annoying and do their job perfectly at being annoying. Alright, what's the best way to take these guys out? Lock on. Get as far away as possible. Nimpo. Nimpo. And Nimpo. Usually you can spare two, so with two they're dead. Get close, wait for them to do their bullshit. Right, that one. Bait them in, wait for them to do that. Boom, one tap, dead. Boom, one tap, dead. Just with Nimpo, just literally with one action you can get rid of these guys fully. You cannot, unless you Essence Absorb, you can't Ultimate Technique him. But you can always one-tap him with Nimpo. Always works. And you don't have to use, you know, Fire Inferno. You can just do that. Wind Blades, that's what the thing was. Okay, so, anyways. Both Kettles, that. The other one is a little bit more annoying because he doesn't do unblockables that often, so you can't really one-touch him. But you can always just spend two Nimpos on him. It's absolutely worth getting rid of these guys with all your resources. Armor Sickles are just... they're a joke, honestly. Because the whole gimmick is, oh, I can block. Okay. So, like, that's the whole gimmick, right? The whole gimmick is that I can block. And you can't wind path them. You can't guillotine throw immediate. They immediately retaliate. See? Like, it just doesn't let me. And I don't think you can actually manipulate him to attack so you can parry it either. No, it doesn't seem like you get enough time to do anything. Yeah, no, he completely stunned from that. So what you do against this guy, hit him once, make sure they're blocking. Just do that, they're dealing. They actually do not have any health. And enemies' health does not change based on difficulty in this game. They always have the same health. Again, make sure he's blocking, do that, delimp. Kill. It's that simple to take these guys out. Blocking, do that, delimp. Boom, boom. Deaded. Easy. Next enemy. The reason why I say this is advanced stuff is because, and I know I'm doing basic stuff to most of you actually right now, but some people don't know how to deal with enemies and how they should prioritize taking them out. What I do is, and the reason why the game looks easy to me is because I know the most effective way to take out all the enemies. Personally, it's how I play most of my games. It's just my style. I don't think I need to break down these guys, do I? But yeah, my style is to get rid of anything that's annoying on screen as fast as possible so I can have fun with the last few enemies. Like if I want to style on them, if I want to combo them, it's up to me. These guys are pretty much just a reskin of the ogres. Their moveset is just different, but they're pretty much like same shit. It's like it's same thing. They're tanky, sure they move, but you can launch them. Take them in the air, eliminate them, and try to instantly take him in the air. Don't try to like combo him too much. I'll showcase that right now if I can. Not with this one, probably with the next one. This guy's pretty beaten. Yep. So with the next one, I'm going to do an extended combo to take him in the air. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes that doesn't work because they either dodge out of it like he did earlier in that stream, or they start blocking you in the air. This one thankfully died. He behaved. But yeah, big enemy. He looks scary. He looks all that, whatever, whatever. But once you take enemies in the air, they're not that scary. They're pretty harmless. So now we're coming up on some of the most annoying ones. With the and I know I skipped the Proto Goliath, but well, this one's not the Proto because actually it's just one of them. These guys, much easier than you think actually. Hit him a couple of times, and then do wind blades, and he's delimped. He's dead. That's all it took to take out this big guy. 1, 2, 3, 4 wind blades. He's dead. The reason why you have to damage him a little bit, because if you just do a raw wind blade, it actually doesn't delimp them. They've done that so you specifically they've done that so you don't, you see, you don't deal with them if super fast. And then your work becomes much harder because now you just wasted all your gleam meter resources, and you know it's like, oh shit, now you have to actually take him out. But no, if you do a little bit of damage to him, and I do mean a little bit. Let me see how little. 4 hits did it last time. Let me see if 3 hits do it. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. 3 hits and you can deal him. Let's see if 2 does it. 1, 2. Okay, so you have to at least hit him 3 times with a light attack to be able to do it. It's really hard to parry these guys. Actually, while I'm on stream, not on stream, but recording, let me see if I can practice backlash parrying these guys. They're really annoying because they do sweep attacks. That's pretty effective too because it instantly, you know, gets rid of them. But it's much harder because slow sweeping attacks and hurt boxes in this game are not great, to say the least. So doing backlash parries and such on these guys, little risky, to say the least. As you can see, it's just very risky doing it. So I will not say risk a parry. I would say hit him 3 times and waste a whole bunch of your resource, get a little bit of it back with this, and then the enemy's completely nullified. You only fight these guys in like a couple of different times anyway, so they're not that big a deal. You don't need to learn fighting them too big. The boss version, of course, you can't delimit him, so you know, different method needs to be used to take him out. Mauler, or whatever they're called. I'm gonna try to pronounce that. These guys are really annoying because they don't move traditionally. There's a lot of bodies on the floor. So like with these guys, you pretty much have to just dance all the time. Or Fatal Flash. Again, not pre-recorded. I'm literally doing this technically live. I'm pressed record on this thing like 30 minutes ago. I don't know why they always have to do a roar. You can parry him. You can probably backlash parry him too. I get it. You're scary and angry. Come on. I'm trying to get some work done here, man. Backlash parry should delay him. It doesn't. That's interesting. But hey, same thing works. Is this one just like not getting delim? Okay, let me see if we can hit this guy like a couple of times and then use wind path to delim him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wind blades. Ah, that doesn't work on this guy. So you have to use a different method, right? Parry's always good, but the best way was the first one I showed. Fatal Flash instantly takes care of him. Or if you usually you would have your berserk meter if you built it up off enemies. Jump, activate, gleam, triangle. Don't hold forward like I just did. It just instantly takes him out. You can literally just do this. It's the fastest way. It uses the least amount of gleam. And it just takes care of him. But yeah, if you can't Fatal Flash this guy, easiest way to take care of him. On Master Ninja, that's much riskier because in 2 hits you're dead. Because, you know, we're dumb, I guess, making the game. But points aside, that's how you take care of those guys. Otherwise, you just have to beat on them until they're dead. They're very tanky. Next one should be the good old Fillet Shadows. They're normal enemies. You don't need tutorials on that. These are just different type of dogs. Vangilfs are pretty much just a different version of the Maulers. Parries usually does very quick work of him. If you don't mess it up like I just did. You can parry that, so always dodge it. They're tanky, though. Like, you see, but if you beat on them a little bit, no homo, you can do that. Windblades is your friend. Well, if you want to get rid of stuff that's annoying, Windblades is your best buddy. Ooh. Could not parry that. Yeah, Bangles are the most annoying ones in the game because they actually attack a lot. And Backlash doesn't instantly kill them either, sadly. That one delayed because it was already weak. But, like, yeah. This is one of the same cases that you kind of want to learn when to time these guys' attack. You get those parries off, they're pretty much toast all the time. They really like to start their attacks with unblockables though, so be ready to backlash most of the time. Now let me see if the gleam parry actually does instantly take him out. Oh, and you can't UT charge this guy unless you have essence, so. That was not perfect. Let's see, let's try that again. Yeah, it seemed to be the Gleam version of the Fatal Flash also does instantly take him out. That attack is so slow, man. It actually bothers me. Guard, guard, guard. That. Wow, you gotta delay it. Like, I'm actually waiting a whole second before I press it. I can parry that one perfectly fine. Interesting. I gotta lab these guys more. It seems I have a weakness in the game still. Stop yelling. Huh, maybe you can backlash that last one. Nope. Do normal attacks, please. I'm begging you, please do normal attacks. Stop doing power attacks. You actually suck, you know that? Anyways, we gotta move away from this gentleman because he doesn't want to cooperate. But yeah, as you saw like twice there, because that was the only time he did normal attacks, you can absolutely just take him out doing doing a Fatal Flash. Oh my gosh. Should I move on? You just don't want to cooperate, do you? And you can parry him. Like, blocking is really important in this game. Like, do not be shy of blocking, ever. You don't have to, like, perfect dodge all the time. You can absolutely just block. Yeah, they're pretty resistant to parry. But if you do get it off... Unlike me. I'm getting pretty tired of this guy. Yeah, so that does deal him. There you go, guaranteed. I swear to God, they're so unpredictable. Like, you know how I take him out? That's how I take him out. They're actually, like, worth wasting all your resources on. They're so tanky and annoying. They're so annoying. They always do sweeping attacks, which is the one thing I recommend nobody to ever try parrying, because you can never accurately predict it, because it's traveling at 2 different angles at you, so there's 2 different timings to it. Best thing is just usually no block them. Ouch. Okay, moving on. Bang gilfs are annoying, but yeah, just waste all your resources. But hey, as always, you know, if you want to really get rid of them, you always have Berserk. Be very mindful with your Berserk. If you know there's going to be a big enemy popping up later, pull out that. Just take him out. Save your Berserk just to take the big enemies out with that. And Eltis, because they spawn in big, pardon me, big numbers, this is your best friend usually against these guys, because they can't really touch you anymore when you have Phoenix up. The Art of the Phoenix up, I should say, not the item Phoenix up. Yeah, they just get stun lock all the time. They can't grab onto you. It makes it so much harder for them to actually bypass this. But again, if you really don't want to deal with them, just make sure you lock onto them, get a whole bunch of them lined up, and bam, Piercing Void. It's still the best Nimpo. I don't care. It'll always be the best Nimpo if controlled right. And you never fight these guys unless you're in the trial, so I'm not gonna go through them too much. But just to show it off, Black Spiders are normal enemies practically. You can launch them. They die pretty fast, they deal in pretty fast, you can launch them. They just move a lot. Pretty much that's it. Nothing big going on in these guys to worry about. You can literally take them out anyways. But that's all that. And as for bosses, you know, if you guys want to know how to take care of bosses, I've already have mini guides for that. But as far as the advanced stuff goes, it falls to this. If you were expecting some type of like trick or like a magic, like some knowledge, something, you know, there's no such thing. Being advanced, it just means you know the basics so well that you can multitask most of these things. Like, you get into a room with one enemy, you know how to deal with that one enemy, right? You know how to take care of the DDO soldiers. You know how to deal with like all the other ones. But the important thing is when you get into a room with a whole bunch of them, who's the issue? Who needs to go first? Who needs to get eliminated first? Those are the advanced stuff on how to deal with enemies. For movement, different story. And for movement, I again can't show it in training mode, so I gotta go back to Purgatory or something. For movement, for how to like do some stuff that's gonna make your life a lot easier, is essence creation. Essence creation is very important in this game, meaning if you take care of a whole bunch of enemies, you can take care of at least 3 more for free. So case in point, I'm gonna just use the fastest method to actually showcase this. Bunch of enemies are gonna spawn, right? Okay, whole bunch of enemies. Oh wow, delimbed, right? 1 essence, 2 essence, and 3 essence. Enemy alive? Right. Make all the essence. You perfect dodge, you can instantly ultimate charge. And like 3 enemies are dead already. You use Uno drop, instantly charge OT after it. You wind path, hold triangle, instantly UT charge after it. Do it again. And you can control the direction your UT goes into too. Stun this guy. He's gonna drop him. There's an enemy near you. UT charge, bam. Stun. Dead. Boom. He was already dead. I don't know why. Long range enemy. Focus him. Lock on. He's dead. Take the lock on off. Long range enemy. Or like, not long range, but like really annoying enemy. We have a lot more essence again. Launch. Izuna. 2 enemies near me. Charge. You see, it's just a loop. You don't have to like be like a god at these games to do stuff like this. In the air, Izuna, charge. Oh, big enemy spawn. I don't want to spend too much time on them. Guess what? Activate that and don't get hit like I did. Boom, he's dead. Big enemy gone. Small enemy gone. Everything's dead. Save your important resource for the end of the fight. For those crucial moments where there's going to be a lot of like annoying enemies to fight. That's how it pretty much goes. You have to just know what resources to use, how fast, how efficiently, and what's the safest way to use it. So if you want to essence charge instantly, Izuna drop is the best way to do it, right? But like, let's say you have a lot of armor enemies, right? You find an enemy that you can launch. Put the lock-on on them so you never lose track on them. And if the lock-on's fighting you, then completely disengage from the fight. That's absolutely fine. You saw me do it earlier in this one. I was trying to lock onto the one Shadow Flare in the middle of the crowd, but the 2 Vanguards kept getting in my way. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to go run on some walls, let you guys spread out, and then I'm going to go after the Shadow Flare. Let's do this one. I haven't done this one. I don't remember what enemies are in this one. I'll just do it to showcase. First one's easy. Normal enemies. What's advanced about killing normal enemies really fast? Nothing, right? Whatever. And the other one, I practiced it twice, so obviously the second round was better. This one, I have no idea what I'm in for. I do not remember what enemy spawn in this one. I just know 17 is one of the longer ones. That's all I know. Right? Oh, these guys. Guess what? Whole bunch of D-Land enemies down, hopefully. I have essence. I'm gonna charge the essence, get rid of the annoying enemy. There's a whole bunch of them thankfully rounded up around me, so that's a whole bunch of kills. I have more essence. I messed up. Disengage. This guy's annoying. I have essence. Just utilize it. I don't know why we lock onto the one enemy that was not a threat. Wow, really block it today. He's probably still alive? No, he's not, but essence charge, doesn't matter. Just do it anyways, whether the enemy's alive or not. Can't see behind me in Impo, just to fucking immediately change the camera. It's a big issue of the game. I don't know why he can't control camera while he's in the drop in the ultimate charging. Don't know what's around me. Nimpo charge. Charge that shit. I have bar. I probably should use it. That's 4 enemies dead. 2 Vanguards eliminated. I didn't even do anything. 3 Vanguards eliminated. I didn't do anything. Just gonna do this so I can expend all the resources immediately. He died in 1 shuriken toss? Interesting. and just spend all your resources on that guy. See, you don't need to know what you're fighting. You just need to know how you're dealing with the enemies in front of you. So as long as you know how to individually take care of each enemy and how to utilize your resources, it doesn't matter what's on screen. And as again, if you've still watched this far and haven't clicked away, haven't cussed me out and said "fuck you," your video is boring, you explain like shit. It's like again, I apologize, but I said it in episode 1, articulating what goes in my head and trying to put that into words as I'm playing and trying to explain it to different people was always an impossible task. I'm never going to convince someone to play a certain way because everybody deals and processes everything differently. But how I do it and the way I do it is this. This is the method I take to do all this stuff. Like I wasn't born with a controller out of my mom's hoo-ha and like that. It's like, no, I learned all this stuff this way. This is the way I learned it. So I'm trying to share that information with you also. If you struggle at anything, you can take these steps and become better at the video game. I'll try to do this with Devil May Cry 2. It's more of the same, but different game, right? So different mythology is used in it. Mythology is not the right word. I think method would have been better. But yeah, I'll try to do it for any game I play. I actually have no problems with teaching people for free of charge, literally, how to play video games and how to be better at them. I love video games, and I would just like more people to also enjoy them. But as far as that goes, I'll upload this. I'm sorry I was late on it. I've still been sick for a very long time. It's been a total of 3 weeks and 2 days now. It's been hell. Because as soon as I got over my throat, I got a cold. And the cold was from my daughter. She had a cold too from school, and apparently everybody has a cold now. So I hope you guys are not sick. I hope you guys are being healthy. So stay safe, take care of your loved ones, and hopefully we'll attract some type of attention with this video. It's already 47 minutes long. So anyways, take care. See you guys next time.